Clarence Shallow sooner or later does learn the truth. When he goes to take care of a bunch of vengeful spirits on a mountain, decides to take those vengeful spirits to a different location so he can have them rest in peace and have them sent to a new life. He learned the truth. And he's looking at all the spirits he's setting free, sending them to their new lives. He realizes all these girls look exactly like a red peony, and he starts freaking out. He's trying to make himself doubt it. She and those girls are supposed to be living high lives as priestesses. They're not, should be dead. They shouldn't be on that mountain. They shouldn't be vengeful spirits. And he's hoping that he's wrong until he gets to the last spirit, and he finds out that no, they are all dead. They were killed. In a horrible, vile way. They were buried alive, screaming for help. She tells him what she was truly hoping for, that she wanted a life with him before she leaves. Yeah, he handed over the one he loved to her death because he was too selfish to ask her about her own opinions and what she truly wanted. He handed over her to die because he's a little bit selfish, because he thought as long as she's happy in what he believes she would be happy with, that he didn't have to listen to her. And guess what happened? She led to her death. Clarence Shallow hunts down the Remnant Country State Proctor, killing everyone who gets between him and this man, and comes to face to this man. And this is when he discovers that his hero, his savior, was the same man. This vile man tells him the reason why he killed all those women, why he asked for all of them. There was a woman he desired that he was obsessed with, that he thought they were in some sort of relationship before she ran away to the main country to marry somebody else, abandoning him when she was supposed to be his priestess, serve with him, but instead she backstabs him and leaves him. He goes insane in anguish over this, hunting down every woman that looks exactly like his love and marrying them. But if they did not kneel to him and do what he wanted, he would have them buried alive. I am not kidding. He's literally blaming a poor innocent woman. I do not trust a word that's coming out of this disgusting pig's mouth. But sadly, Clarence Shallow believes him. I am not kidding. This dude takes the words of the state proctor. The Remnant Country State Proctor kills him and turns him into the weapon that he was. And the resentment and hatred that the Clarence Shallow had was towards the woman who abandoned the state proctor. He wanted to hunt her down and kill her, because if she had never abandoned his master, his teacher, the one who had taught him, maybe the woman he had loved would have never had been killed, and all those poor girls wouldn't have been killed. No, honey. Stop being a selfish prick and think through this. The only person who is at fault is this man, not that poor innocent woman. Not her, and not all the girls that later down the line you killed and defiled and turned into corpse army. Because again, he defiled them. He, raped them. He just didn't just kill them and turn them into corpses. He literally, raped them. Because he couldn't find the woman he wanted to kill and slaughter. So he decided to harm any other woman who looked like her, doing exactly the same as the state proctor did. Yeah, there's the reason why I don't like this. Morning Sun is actually the one who figures out who Clarence Shallow is looking for. He is looking for Soft Jade, who is married to Brush Away. Yes, the richest and highly skilled healer in their country is married to the woman Clarence Shallow is looking for. A woman who is well known for her beauty but hides away behind her husband because of her sickness, and also she hides behind a veil so no one has actually truly seen her face. He is searching for that woman. Yeah, Morning Sun is pretty good and very smart because, again, he got all this information from books he's read over beauty and little teas and rags he has read over times. Like, I love my baby. Clarence Shallow is still going around setting fires and killing everyone around so he can find Soft Jade or force her out so she can handle the situation and die because she deserves to die. The main character and Morning Sun goes to deal with him. Chloe stays back to keep an eye on the male lead, and they're dealing with the situation. But Chloe had also called to Soft Jade to inform her, and she arrives to the location, comes face to face with Clarence Shallow, and goes, okay, you stop this shit, and I'll tell you the truth, and I will let you see my face. so you can shut your mouth and, go to the afterlife because I am done with you. I am just done with you. So she goes to him, tells him the truth, which is obviously the complete opposite of what the state proctor of the enemy country told him. Now, we don't know what the truth was, but it's enough to horrify him and stop his actions. It also, when she pushes back her veil to show him her true face, is another thing that makes him goes, oh, the state proctor lied to me. Now, again, just like us, the readers, the main character and Morning Sun doesn't know what she said. And Morning Sun is definitely wanting to know what she had said and what her true face looks like, but the main character tells him to shut it, that no one else needs to know her story, that it's her story, and if she wants to keep it a secret, no one else needs to know. But the main character has a good idea, and we all have a good idea. She probably ran away because, again, the state proctor was an abuser, obsessed, wasn't actually in love with her, and wanted to harm and hurt her, and probably did something to her face. That's why she ran away, and probably why she's very sickly. And she ran away to brush away who had protected her this entire time from that man. Now, I'm not sure if Close is a good person or not, but honestly, I'm backing him a little bit because he looked at Mercy. Mercy's being his usual rude, hateful self, and he tells his soldiers who were supposed to be guarding the male lead to throw Mercy out of his place because he is done with Mercy's bull. He's like, I am done with you. I don't care what your position is. I don't care your relationship with the Empress. You're out of here. I don't want to listen to you. I'm done with you being rude to me, my family, and my nephew. You're gone. Leave. I don't want to hear from you. I don't want to see you. You don't think I will fight against you? Watch. Bet, because I will do it. Because I ain't dealing with your little bull. I loved it, honestly. I was like, go king, go king. Someone finally telling him to sit his place. Because honestly, I was getting tired of listening to everyone just let this dude walk all over them. I was happy someone just told him, F off. I loved that. So remember how the Emperor told whoever solved the case could have the male lead? Well, since Brush Away and Soft Jade technically actually took care of the case, he wanted to hand over the male lead to them. And they were like, no, we can't afford him. And then he turns around and tries to hand over the male lead to Close, and Close again is like, no, I don't want him, I can't afford him. And he goes, you guys are the richest people in this country, you can't afford them? And they're like, no, we don't want him. And so he finally just gives up and hands the male lead over to the main character. I am not kidding. Two of the most richest countries look at him, goes, we can't afford him, you take him, you give him to somebody else, we just don't want him. That kind of made me laugh. So again, the main character is convinced that the male lead isn't completely lost of all of his memories and that he's not completely mind broken. So he wants to prove that. So he asks his head servant, how can he prove that the male lead isn't completely mind broken? And his servant tells him to keep handing over a bunch of tasks to the male lead. Just keep pushing tasks on him. Sooner or later, he will come showing his weaknesses and accidentally spill something to prove that he's been faking it, because no one can keep faking something while they're repeatedly having to do a bunch of tasks. And the major goes, I see, I hear you, I'm going to do that. That sounds like a brilliant idea.